I am going to weigh in on my thoughts on facelift surgery, especially for patients in their 60s, especially concerning all the press coming around with Kris Jenner's surgery. My patient here is in her mid 60s. Kris Jenner's in her late 60s. This patient has never had any kind of facelift surgery. And this is typical aging that we can see where patients tend to get sagging in the neck, looseness of the skin in the jowls, the jawline gets poorly defined. Aging is a masculinizing process where jowls get a little squarer, our neck gets heavier. So for men, we get more masculine appearing, and for ladies, it's no longer as feminine as before. This is a close-up of my patient after her facelift. She's 6 months post-op. So similar to Kris Jenner, I think she's also about 6 months on the pictures that she posted, where she's got a beautiful jawline and neck. Similar to Kris Jenner, she's got nice features where she's got underlying nice cheekbones and jawline. The difference between this patient and Kris Jenner is that this is her first facelift. So Kris, I think, has had at least one other facelift. So over time, she has continued to age with less dramatic results as this to this. I think a second important factor is the weight loss seen on Kris Jenner's face before and after, especially with the introduction of new drugs. I have no confirmation whether she takes those medications or not. However, that's probably also part of where this patient is naturally thin. Also makes it easier in terms of maintaining her beautiful features that we can restore. Obviously, I did some fat transfer, I did some laser, I did some brow lift, so it's multiple procedures that are being performed, not just the facelift. However, the key procedure is the facelift. You can see that it looks natural. She's got a little bit of makeup on her skin. This picture is not filtered, so the after picture that Kris posted was definitely filtered, but it doesn't matter. This patient this is her the day of the surgery, the morning of. Here she is 6 months later coming back to visit me in my clinic. She's got some makeup on, but there's no filter on this, but there is makeup on this picture. But you can see how beautifully the incisions will heal. And at about 4 to 6 months is where the ideal results are kind of at in terms of optimizing or looking the most optimal in terms of where the swelling has gone down, where most of the bruising has gone away, where most of the telltale signs of surgery have gone. So same thing here. The features that make this patient look beautiful. Her eyes are brighter. The contours have been restored. She's got a little bit more projection on her chin. And there's no telltale signs of obvious surgery having been performed. Here's my patient from the side profile here. Once again, we get some laxity in the neck, loss of jawline and neck contours, so we performed a facelift. However approach you prefer, your surgeons may want different approach. This was a deep plane facelift with a temporal brow lift, a fat transfer, some blepharoplasty, and laser skin resurfacing. And here she is about 6 months later. Most of the telltale signs of surgery are gone. Incisions are healing beautifully. She's got a nice restoration of mid-face volume, nice projection of her chin. Her jawline and neck are well defined. The eyes are much more open, and her skin, she does have some makeup on in this picture, but she's got most of the sunspots have been resolved. So once again, this patient didn't have a prior facelift. Kris Jenner had at least one other facelift, so she's kind of aged well over time. And this patient didn't have any significant weight loss before her surgery. Kris Jenner did have some weight loss before her surgery. So those are, I think, the big key differences. What's also key is she went to a good surgeon, so results are nice. Incisions heal beautifully. There's no telltale signs. And that's why facelift surgery is such a transformative surgery in terms of starting off looking like this and ending up looking like this. These results are going to last her a long time. There is maintenance that I am going to suggest that she does. This is another view. We can see how she got beautiful features overall. And here she is at 6 months with some makeup on her face, but you can see how beautiful the neck and jawline, incisions are healing beautifully, eyes are much more open. In terms of her maintenance at this point, it'll be some Botox, some skincare, a little bit of skin tightening about once a year.